Welcome to another Wraggys Beers, Wines and Spirits beer haul videos. So today I've got this box here from lowcostbeer.com. Purchased them last week. There was some issues because some Wazzock from DHL went and damaged the box. So they've had to repackage the box. So here are the beers. So in no particular order, because I've got at some stage the dints on the cans where they've damaged it. So from the Alphabet Brewing Company, it's Kalinda. This is a DIPA, 9.2%. Doesn't say anything on it. So good evening, matey. How are you? The hops are Aka, Hydro 7, Mandarina, Bavaria, and BBC. Based out of Manchester. So ABC. 9.2%. Get in. I've chucked it on the floor. They're all strong. they're all box tickers. Or most are, at least. So from Cassell's, a New Zealand brand. 1 month anniversary already. Jesus, that's quick, isn't it? Wow. So it says here, Woolston Paleo, brewed on the banks of the Heathcote River in Woolston, home to the tannery in Christchurch. This is a traditional pale ale with distinctive New Zealand characteristics, a combination of punchy hop flavours from the late hopping with Nelson Sauvin and Motueka varieties, brings fruity white wine-like aromas to sit on top of a trio of lightly toasted malts, rich and rounded with a smooth mouthfeel, tastes just like home to us, 4.5%. That's a bit weak, but yeah. So next one. Chuck that down there. There's a fair few to get through. The old glass thing up there. So from whoever they are, Unbarred, and don't think I've ever had a beer from Unbarred. Azaka Mosaic, Simcoe, and Vic's Secret hops, 8%. Brewed and canned in Brighton. So it's their deeper. So new to me. Never had an Unbarred before, so that'll be interesting. Oh gosh, chuck that down there. God, it's quite the box. So this is from Four Pure Brewing Company, and it's Lost at Sea. It's a maple Imperial Stout. There is some writing. Oceans Valley, brewed in London as well. Oceans, valleys, float or dive, paddle out beyond the reef, explore open water with a Mary Chief, that's how you pronounce it. Fly a kite in the gentle breeze, chase giant squids in stormy seas. Okay, now, who wrote this? Yeah. 9% anyway. Don't know who wrote that rubbish, but yeah, it's 9%. I do wonder sometimes with some of these beers, with some of the crap they write, and you think, so who writes that rubbish? I mean, there's a backstory, and then there's total absolute bollocks, and that was in the bollocks variety. So from Flying Dog IPA, yeah, Flying Dog, and these make me laugh with what did they have? What was the beer they brought out? Fucking hell, Doggy Style. Doggy Style. Fancy having Doggy Style for a beer. I mean, that's just absolutely hilarious. So this is the Truth in Imperial IPA. India Pale Ale, obviously. Good evening. And 8.7%. And it says, nothing about that. Good evening, Mr. Bolton. And obviously, Carl. Yeah, nothing interesting on the things, but then there's the beer, Imperial IPA. So, shut that one down. So we are 5 beers in, and there's still a fair way to go. So, that's the next one. Never seen it before. Good evening. So it's some static started Imperial Stout, brewed with coconut and cinnamon. 1 pint can. Ooh. Small batch it says. Brewed and canned by Finman Brewery of Buffalo. Ah, American then. Okay. What's the ABV? Right, can't see the ABV. Okay, now my eyes these days are shocking. This light's not helping, mind you, but it's shocking nonetheless. That's interesting. I cannot see an ABV on the can. No, I can't see. I cannot see an ABV. But it's from America, so that's interesting. Yeah, Finman Brewery. Coconut and cinnamon. I like coconut and I like cinnamon. Whether together, that's a strange one. It's that's quite different. That is very different. So next on the list is this, and it looks like a dry and bitter. Oh no, it's not. It's Gamma. So Gamma Brewing. Out of Denmark, so rampant lime beer country. Double IPA, 8%, and it's called Magnetorational. There you go. There's you can say it yourself. Magnetorational. I don't know, but yeah, double IPA, 8%. Looking forward to that. Gamma. So next. The majority of these will still be available at low cost as well, funnily enough. So, from Northern Monk, who today have released a Ronseal, a couple of Ronseal beers, which is absolutely cranky. They certainly don't taste like fence paint. So this is Northern Monk and Green Times Brewing collaboration, Green Heath, and it's a CBD New England IPA at 7.2% CBD. And as someone who suffers with anxiety and stress, this will be an interesting one. I did, before Christmas, drink a cannabis lager. And I'm not joking, whether it was because you knew it was cannabis, or supposed, that it actually chilled me out and I felt proper chilled after it. So this is going to be one extremely interesting beer to try. Does it say anything interesting? No. Ingredients that side. Time to unwind, it says. Citra Mosaic Columbus. And then it's got some rubbish on the side. Yeah, I'm not interested in the rubbish. So yeah, that is a potentially very interesting beer, and one that's going to get reviewed quite quickly. So next on the list, and oh my god, what does this say? You have been disconnected, whatever that means. And we'll just catch up on those comments. There we go. The Imperial Stat is 8.2%. I'm going to be needing a lot more shelves. It's I've got multiple beer reviews, beer haul videos. I've still got loads more. I've already filmed some. Off peak. This is from, it says off peak on the top. 7.1%. Oh, it's Derbyshire. Off peak by Peak Ales in Derbyshire. So a local to me anyway. Although Derby, you know, wash your feet when you walk out of Nottingham. Apologies to anybody from Derby watching, it's a joke. But yeah, off peak. Never heard of this brewery. Good to be getting a local brewery to me, even if it's Derby. And I bet the Derby people are thinking he's a tosser. So another one. This is, but what is normal? DDH IPA 6.5%. And this looks like the last can, so let me have a look. And off peak again. Yeah, I did think it was the same company. Yeah. Yep. So another one from off peak. I will be tagging these people in. And, you know, it's good to have a new brewery to me from local. You know, Derbyshire's next to Nottinghamshire, we're part of the East Midlands. And joking aside, Nottingham and Derby thing, it is always good to have something local. I mean, let's be fair, Pentridge is local as well. They are top class. So next, it is from Alpha Delta. And this is Corimbus. And it says something else there, some strange words. I got these from lowcostbeer.com, these ones. This is an Imperial Sour Ale. Ooh, this will be interesting. And it's blackcurrant and blackberry from Alpha Delta. Doesn't say anything else that's particularly interesting. Out of Newcastle, Alpha Delta. And they were down at the Robin Hood Craft Beer Festival the other night. Robin Hood, Nottingham Craft Beer Festival. Robin Hood's in October. And yeah, so yeah, another one. Imperial Sour. That could get messy quickly. So, next, Bamford Blood. And this is an Imperial Red Ale. And it's from S43 and Full Circle Brew Company. My God, it's going to take ages to do all these for Instagram and Twitter, obviously. The hops are Hercules, Columbus, Centennial, Simcoe and Chinook. Loads of malt, California ale yeast. Yeah, 8.3% Imperial Red. No, low cost. Once you go over 45 quid, it's free. Free from low cost. So they're not too bad, low cost aren't, you know. And you can mix draft beer with bottled and canned. Elderflower champagne. Elderflower champagne's amazing, especially when you let it mature, matey. I got initially sherry at the beginning, and it matured into an actual proper champagne in the end. Different tasting. It had its quirky moments, but it was certainly neckable. So, next one is Go Bang Double Hop IPA, 8% from Gamma Brewing. So, there's the can. Nice artwork on the can, to be fair. If you're into artwork, I'm just into what it tastes like. The artwork don't really bother me. Yeah, I found it earthy as well. Yeah, but certainly like a sherry at first, and then it got more, you know, more, what's the name? It doesn't really tell you out. It just says 8%. So that's another one from Gamma. Good evening, Dave. How are you, matey? Did you get any of these? You'll probably have to watch the video back, to be fair. I'm already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 beers in. I've got another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to go, to be fair. So, next on the list, I'm not sure who makes this, is this one. And it's from, it's called Double Symmetry Double IPA at 8%. It says it's double barreled. It's double barreled the brewery. Can't remember now. It says it's double barreled. An modern independent brewery. Good evening, Liam and Thomas. Independent brewery based in Reading, Berkshire. We specialise in small batch beers, brewed and packaged by a passionate team with an unwavering dedication to quality and a love for great beer. And we all, you know, what it is, isn't it? You know, the love of great beer. 8% for that beauty. Next one. Oh, God. I'm not looking forward to tagging them. And here from Northern Monk again is Double Heathen. And this is an Imperial IPA, 10%. And it's a twist edition, whatever twist edition means. An amplified twist on our signature Nipa. Bolder, more resinous, bigger tropical flavours. It's heathen, but even more. Citra, Mosaic, Citra Cryo and Columbus. Oh, we got another beer of the month from Citra. From fucking Citra. From Pinter. Good evening, mater. The beer festival was amazing. You've just reviewed this. So, next on the list, it's from Dig Brew. And it's Full Restore Imperial IPA. And newbie to me, so it says Imperial IPA hopped with Azaka T90 Chinook Cryo Mosaic Cryo, brewed and canned by Dig Brew Company in Birmingham. I tell you what, it's amazing these days the amount of different breweries in the UK, breweries you've never heard of, you know, and fair play to Low Cost. I know Low Cost get their beers from multiple sources, but you know, if you didn't know they was around, you would never know. Yeah, I bought a 4.9%. Yeah. Yeah. They're a tad on the strong side, aren't they? Yes. I've kind of noticed that myself. Obviously, I went for some strong beers. So, from Schneider Weisse, it's a Ventinus. It's a Weizen Doppelback. In can, obviously. 500 mils. What's the ABV on this bugger? Can't see the ABV. Oh, 8.2%. Get in. Wraggy Avenue. There is some writing on the back. I will read it. Right, if I can read it. No, I can't read none of that shite. It's all fucking German. Strong beer, it says. No shit. 8.2%. Get in. So, the last one. They don't make beer under 7% there. None of them do. Best to stick to the strong stuff. So from Attic Brew Company, who recently, certainly in Nottingham, with their Castle Rock brewery collaborations, are very relevant in Nottingham at the moment. This is Groove, and it's a DIPA again. 8.2%. Good evening. And again, another big beer. A hot bill to make your feet move. Tropical flavours drag you left. Citrus drags you right. A bitter melon makes you leap into the air and land in the splits. Yeah, right here. Everyone around claps and cheers your name. The final taste drifts away and you wake up from your dream. But wait, you've got a whole can in front of you. Take another sip and slide back onto that dance floor. You're the groove champion, baby. Attic Brew Company out of Sturchley in Birmingham. No, I didn't finish the book fast. No. No. Not at that percentage, I'm not. God. I've got to cook dinner tonight. So yeah, there's the rest of the book fast, just in case anybody, for verification or notices, for reasons. But I'll stay on a bit longer, because wife's not home yet, so I can. And I've got a bottle of, a bit of me Imperial Mild. Yes, the CBD one does sound really, really interesting, to be honest. It does. And it's nice to be back on the lives, to be fair, because after the weekend, busy weekend, 3-day weekend of doing beers, wow. Lots of beers drank, got some freebies, as you do. You know, it was good. It was really good. Good weekend. Best festival I've ever been to. For interaction. I've been to a lot of beer festivals, but that, you know, meeting the breweries and talking. Buckfast. The thing with Buckfast for me, it's like you see, it depends what you're used to drinking. Buckfast being a lesser version of port. So if you're used to drinking London, 2 big beer festivals. Yeah, they've been and gone, haven't they? Yeah, Nottingham's got the next biggest one in October. I'm sure it has. The Robin Hood Beer Festival's massive in Nottingham, and across the UK, one of the biggest. Something like 1,100 different beers, I'm told. Yeah, it was good to meet up with Craig. Yeah, our man Kent. Yeah, the caffeine. I did get the sweetness from the caffeine, to be fair, but I actually liked it. Yeah, the reputation. If it makes me more wide awake tonight, that's not a bad thing. Any Leighton Buzzard beers? No, mate, I never heard of them. These days, around the country, the amount of different breweries is staggering into, it's just beyond. You're never going to, even if one, you've got the CBD one as well. That's the one, out of all of them, the one that I'm really eager, tomorrow night probably, eager to try. Simply because of that CBD thing. And as somebody who's got anxiety and stress, I'll see if it helps. I mean, if drinking CBD beer helps you, I did that cannabis lager once, and like I said earlier, I did. Whether it's just all in your mind, it did actually feel like it de-stressed me. But like I say, it could be that the fact it's just in your mind. You're thinking, because part of the thing with anxiety and all that. Good evening, matey. Are you going home then, or are you going to work? Let's hope it's the home way and not the work way. But yeah, the CBD factor is interesting. I'm a lot less stressed when I switch off from thinking negative to thinking positive, and then I can sleep as easy as that. And it is that thing with all of it. Dog IPA. Never heard of them. No, never seen that. The selection on low cost at the moment, this is where I got these from. The selection's really good. And the draft beers, I mean, I've reviewed loads of their draft beers. Some absolute bangers. I mean, you can't fault it. Maybe start if low cost did 330 mils of each one, as well as, I know they do the Discovery pack, but the Discovery pack is a mixed pack, and it's a bit of a hop, I've not seen Brewdog's TV advert, no. Oh, it's strain of weed. Oh, wow, yeah. No, I've not seen that. No. I'm not up with drugs and weed and all that sort of thing. No. I've never done it, so I won't know. And yeah, I've not seen the Brewdog advert. Are they trying to quell the shitstorm they had from all the ex-employees and women who were slagging them off? Always comes to bite you on the arse in the end. Treating people right is, treating people right is the best way. Yeah, you'll get one or two that will always have an issue with you, but then you'll get 90 or 100 that will say, no, that you're talking rubbish. And I'll give you some warning. Yeah. I've got a few days of catching up. It won't be probably to the weekend, to be fair. So I've got the amount of videos I've got to catch up on is ridiculous. I've had to do like 5 different beer halls. I'm at breach point. I've got no room on beer walls or even on the floor. A Dunkel German for the pinter. I've been sent 2 £10 off, but you can't put them together, miserable bleeders. So I've got to mess about now, adding a couple of quid to each, and just getting some of the packs that I've not had before. So I'll do that at some stage. Obviously at some stage, someone's bought a pint or something, and used my code and they've got 10 quid off and I've got 10 quid off. So this job's a good one, really. I've got the fresh guest list brewing at the moment in the Pinter. Sink the Bismarck, 41%. That day when I get to 2,000, I've got to do something like that. Or brew a triple or quadruple IPA for that moment. Maybe not go down the commercial beer route, but a homebrew beer route. Brew my strongest homebrew beer. You know, combining 2 beer kits, a healthy bit of sugar as well, and just going for it, you know. Just seeing if you can produce a cranky bloody IPA for the 2,000th review, 2,000 subscribers. That might be the thing to go, you know, because the channel was predominantly homebrew in the beginning, and that might be the way. I must get this dunkel as well at some stage. Oh, there we go. Put that back on. Space Hopper. Oh, bless you. Away again. Jesus Christ. Hey, taking the caravan. Hey, I got an international call from Australia. Hey, that's hilarious. Like it. Oh, in Iceland. Like anybody in Iceland knows my number. What an absolute load of rubbish. You silly person. If you live close to me, you could have as much as you want. Especially on the homebrew front. I know. I need to crack on and do more beer reviews. Obviously, when you have a beer festival weekend, a 3-day weekend, it kind of kills the beer reviews. Mablethorpe. I like Mablethorpe. The beach is okay. Some of the clientele around there can leave a little bit desired. I need to go to that shop in Mansfield near you and see what beer they've got. And take the wife and see what goodies. And that Ian Wright's, the general store. And take about 50 quid and stock up. But not this week, no. Not after all this beer. It's just absolutely, you know, overwhelming at the moment. I mean, I've been gifted 2 beer reviews and bought some beer reviews myself. Ian White's, that's it, yeah. Reminds me of a lemonade. All right. So I'll sample this while we're talking. This is the Imperial Mild. Ooh. God, that's lovely. It's around the, I think it was around either 9 to 10% in the end. Something along them lines. I can't remember personally. I should have wrote on the chuffing bottle. But it's turned out lovely. And it tastes divine. Yeah. It looks like mud. But yeah, it tastes good. Smell that ABV on the nose. Oh. And there'll be enough down there in October to sample as well. Yes. Before the beer festival. Sample, have an hour, beer festival. Because you won't want to be sampling this and then hitting the beer festival. There'll be some steaming, pissy arse people. I need to start varying my reviews as well. I just realised I haven't done a spirits review for 2 months. Or a wine review, although Bookfast has cured that. But yeah, I've done plenty of homebrew. So I might do some homebrew re-reviews as well soon. Looking forward to Robin Hood Beer Festival. If anything, this weekend's taught me that hydrating with water, but also being with good company, it makes that, you know, that weekend. And the amount of breweries that recognised me was staggering, absolutely staggering. 2 years ago, when I went to the Robin Hood Beer Festival, didn't get recognised at all. And why would you? I think I had about 300 subscribers then. Yeah. How the fuck did I get my number? I know what you mean though. Yeah, spam calls these days. But This year's going to be interesting. I'm sure all the local breweries know now. They did the other day. Every time I walked past the local brewery, some were quiet though. Some noticed me and didn't say oh. 2 local breweries noticed me, and only when I went up to them, he says, "How you doing?" He says, and one of them said, "There's none of your favourite beer here," and I'm thinking, hey. Awesome. We're actually going to a beer festival next weekend, Liam. We're going to this weekend, is it? Is it this weekend? Woodfest. Sunday. Yeah, so you're in Mablethorpe. Yeah, we're going to Woodfest on Sunday, so at Ruddington. 200 cask ales, apparently. Although we're going on the Sunday, so let's hope there's some left. It's from the Thursday to the Monday, as far as I know. 3 or 4, I think, no, is it Thursday to Sunday? Not sure. Pink gin and lemonade, fair play. We all drink what we drink, don't we? You know. I like to chop and change. That's why my channel is Beers, Wines, Spirits, and also homebrew and ciders, because I don't like trying the same stuff all the time. Chop and change. That's what it's all about. But a cracking beer haul from Low Cost. Whether all these beers are still on their website, that I don't know. But there's a selection of American, British, so it's worth giving them a punt and seeing what you think. And the amount of strong beers, I mean, you know, strong beers, you pay a top dollar for them. Good to do some live reviews. If you can do it, it's not easy doing live reviews. It's having the balls to do it, you know. People around you, people taking the piff, as they do. Yeah, it's not easy. I'm taking the wife and son up. Yep. The wife and son up to the Woodfest.
I'm going to cut this cake off.
Oh, okay. I'll kill this off now. Come with you.
It's only Alderton.
You sure?
It's only Alderton Road.
All right. So yeah, Marston's as well as is now Banks. Yeah, it is, isn't it? That was the good wife in the background. Just come back. Still a lot on Low Cost. Yeah, their range. I presume he gets a lot from places that have gone bankrupt. I mean, it's sad, isn't it? But at least the beer's not getting wasted, you know. Businesses, you know, people have lost businesses in the last year and a half, and you know, those that haven't, those that have been more cute and changed their styles. It's a strange. I mean, across from me at Newark, whereas my company, who I work for, they're thriving. The company across the road, they've gone into liquidation, and that's a £4 million country. It's a big fucking like mansion with 40 acres of land and multi-millions, and they've gone into liquidation. I have, mate. Yeah, I did come across 10% sour. Yeah. That'll be interesting. I mean, last night I reviewed a 10% farmhouse ale. Was it 10%? Butilias. I took the bottle now. But that was amazing. The first ever farmhouse ale that I absolutely loved without any reservations. And the sheer amount of beers I've got now is staggering. But yeah, looking forward to the beer festival in October. I do think we're going to have a fantastic time. Got to save some bloody money though. I do want to get to the stage where I'm letting people know what I'm reviewing in advance. Flitting from supermarket to local to you know, Low Cost and beer haul videos. Just see if anybody's going to join in, because it's always nice when someone joins in, because, you know, being honest, I don't always get every taste. I mean, I know what tastes nice and what bloody doesn't, but I don't always get every taste in the beer. So it's, you know, it's interesting in that respect. So, yeah, Imperial Mild. Have a good one, matey. Are you off to work or are you off home, by the way? Out of curiosity. And he's gone. Home. Good on you, matey. Good, good, good. Good. It's always nice to be on the home. The home factor, isn't it? I mean, this week I'm on a 5-day week. So I was on a 3-day week last week. This week a 5-day week. So it's nice to be, I suppose it's nice to be back on. Ruddles, do you know, it's cheap as hell at the moment in Wetherspoons, isn't it? Ruddles Best, something like £1.69. I actually don't mind Ruddles Best, to be honest. I do think it's not as good as it is in, I think, cans. In cans it's better, or bottles rather. Usually about 6, half 6. Good morning, Sam. How are you, matey? By any chance, have you contacted Lincoln Green Brewing Company? I know I might have asked last night, but I don't know if the comments caught it. Someone in Australia has been contacted Lincoln Green about beers. I'm just curious as you are, nosy. Call me nosy. It's a raggy thing, you know. But yeah, the beer that obviously I brewed and I suppose collabed with is actually coming out in bottle a week on Friday, as far as I know. That's what I got yesterday. No, Sunday rather. Yeah, 2 days ago. From the actual brewery itself, because I actually spoke to them. 2 dates tomorrow. Ooh, fair play to you. I couldn't do dating. I really couldn't. It's the effort. It's the effort involved. I just couldn't do it. Thank God I'm married. Oh, fair play. Treebo! Good to see you. So yeah, yeah, apparently there's quite a bit of what's the word? Quite a bit of demand for this beer. So, you know, this Wraggys beer, and 1 AM and then PM, bless you. I suppose if you are single, it's an interesting time. There are lots of people single out there. I know a lot of people that are single. And it's sad, really, because these are lovely people that are single, you know, both male and female. Not that I go for males, obviously, but, you know, lovely people nonetheless. And it's strange, you know, there's people in this world who want a partner who can't get a partner. Yeah, they are a nice firm. Yeah, they were great with me. Lovely people, down to earth, just normal, like us all. And you know, when I went to the beer festival this weekend, I met up with some lovely people. So, we spent so much chatting, did a bit of beer reviews, obviously, and drinking, got a bit steamy. But so many nice people, and they're like us. They just want to make a bit of money, have a good living, you know, do well, and it's why I suppose they're like a carbon copy of myself. They're just good people wanting to do their bit in the world. Like me, I love gardening, and I want to be the best as I am, and they want to do the same in what they do. So yeah, it's interesting. It's I mean, I'm trying. I don't know how many bottles they're getting. So before they sell out, I want to get a minimum, because I've got family that want it. I've got a minimum of 3 cases of one particular flipping bitter. The festival was amazing. Yeah. Yeah, the festival was amazing. I felt totally, You know, as an anxious person, I felt totally safe all the way through. The breweries are amazing. You know, if you're a fan of beers and a fan of craft beers, the level of depth that you get of a conversation was outstanding. The COVID, there's been a lot of videos, but yeah, lots of reviews. Half pissed as well, sadly. Yeah, a couple of walk home videos where where I fell over. Fucking hell, I'm glad I didn't drop the glasses and my beer. If that beer had split, I'd have cried. And the glasses. My knee's still killing me, mind you. Couldn't. But yeah, it was cracking. It was cracking. Yeah, I don't mind any style. I'm a bit wary of farmhouse, I must admit. But yesterday I had a fantastic farmhouse beer. Not everyone can they? I mean, Robin Hood Beer Festival in October. That's going to be interesting to see how many people turn up. I'll do some videos beforehand. Once I know the list of beers, which will be about a month beforehand. So sometime in mid-September, there'll be a list of beers. I love wedding cake. Yeah, there will be a list of beers in September. Yeah, Craig's a good lad. He's a good lad. You know, he's had a tough year. But very similar to me. It's funny because I wanted to give him a few beers, Nottingham beers, and do a little bit special. And bugger me, he came up, load of beers. There was a beer haul video last night from Craig. Glasses, and he did a similar thing to me as I did to him. And we both says we like to give beers and that, but we're really shy about taking it, you know, and it's one of those things. No, the Robin Hood Beer Festival is very different. Yeah, the Robin Hood Beer Festival, I think, it's much bigger. It's a grander scale beer festival. A lot more people, a lot more beers, a lot more breweries. You know, there was only about maximum of 20 breweries at this one. Maximum. I think there was less than that probably. That beer festival, hundreds of breweries. A bit of licorice in that towards the end. No more drinking beer. Wife's coming back, bollocking. But yeah, the beer festival's great, and as long as you keep yourself hydrated like I did, you not get too steaming. Let me get some water down my fucking throat. But yeah, can't wait for October. Got to save some pennies up because I put 400 quid aside for this weekend, and to be fair, I spent hardly any of it. It was a much cheaper weekend than I anticipated. In fact, the first night I got a lift down by the wife, got a taxi back. I think Craig paid for the taxi because Jagman was steaming, bless him. And I paid 12 quid all night. Fucking 12 quid. Every single Nottingham brewery gave me free beers. So it was a cracking night. You know, even better when it's free, obviously. And then the next day I paid a bit more the next day. I paid 67 quid on the second day. But to be fair, 20 quid was for beers that I got before the beer festival. And 8 quid was more beers at the end. So 20, I only really spent 40 quid at the beer festival. Yeah, staggering amount. Robin Hood Beer Festival is one of the best in the country. It is. It's truly staggering. The amount of beers. There'll be a beer, a gin, prosecco, food, music. It's a staggering event. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Harry, Mersey beers, potentially Greg Bullman beers, and potentially also Rob Hopzine is coming up to in October. If I know all these fellas coming up, I'm gonna do something for them, sort something out, you know, in a fashion. Obviously, I'm not rich, so you know, it's a fashion. Try and get them some Nottingham beers for them. At least get them a Wraggys Golden so they can have one each, you know, at least. And try and get a Wraggys Golden down to Craig, unless he buys his own. And, you know, what I said the other day in a beer, I was rather steaming the other day, fair play. But what I said the other day, this Wraggys Golden, it's never about just me. It's about all the beer review community. And it's an amazing thing that we're getting recognised. That, for me, is what the critical thing is. And none of us are viral, really. You know, you're not viral on the amount what any of us are on. Can you get in without the tickets? No, mate, you've got to get a ticket. Yeah. Yeah, October, what Camera do is they buy the casks beforehand. So they buy the casks off the brewery. They set how many tokens you need. And unless it's a brewery that's coming with a full showcase, then if they're coming with their own stand, I presume that's slightly different. But where they buy the casks, then it's already brought beforehand. I'm sure that's the case. Not that I know entirely. Victoria Baths, mate, me the same. That's the first one I went to. Yeah, it was a shithole as well, to be fair. It was funny, mate. Straight away I'm thinking, that's got to be Sam. I said to Craig, that's got to be Sam. It's got to be Sam. Who else? Although there's somebody in New Zealand who watches my videos as well, funnily enough, and he does his own beer reviews as well, because he's commented before, and I watched his beer reviews. To be fair, yeah, plenty of food, plenty of drink, good entertainment, and obviously if there's a crowd of us, you'll be there all day long. You'll do a 12-hour shift at a beer festival, but you'll enjoy it. You know, you'll take your time. You know, it's never about getting drunk. It's about drinking, having a beer. Always stick to the minimum amount, which is a third. Drinking a beer, having water, and then having a chat, and then moving on to the next. Beer Sarge. It might be, you know. It's been a while since that happened. Yeah, it was definitely from New Zealand. Auckland, I think it was. Yeah, I'm sure it was. Right. It is about the experience, yeah. And I'm glad that I lasted 2 days at beer festivals. And the first night, I was a little intoxicated. I wasn't Jagman intoxicated because he was steaming, bless him. And the second night, I walked away. Obviously, I'd had a drink, but I wasn't steaming or anything. I'd had a good time. And that's the thing. It's enjoying that. It's enjoying the whole day and not coming away puking or battered. You know, it's about just the enjoyment, the experience of it all. That experience you can take away, and it lasts for a long time. Where the regret of getting pissed up is not a good thing. I've been there, done that. Got a t-shirt. Right, gotta run. Gotta set the dinner up. Thank you everybody for watching, commenting, and subscribing, liking, all that rubbish. Lowcostbeer.com beer haul. The beers were amazing. For those watching towards the end, you need to check the first 20 minutes really for the beers. But it's been amazing. Thank you all for joining in, and see you soon tomorrow night around about 6ish. Cheers all. And lots of videos coming in between, because I've just done video after video recently. It's ridiculous.